everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Jaguars going up against the Broncos. With that, let's send you out to Denver. We're standing by in the booth. Our two men who will call the game for us. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, two AFC teams set to do battle as we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. Cuts it out to the sideline. He won't go down. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 75 yards. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal. And he stopped immediately there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Julius Thomas there to make the grab. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And against Atlanta, Paxton Lynch's lone touchdown pass went to Demaryius Thomas.
And weren't we hearing some whispers that maybe Demaryius Thomas was slumping a little bit earlier this year? I don't think that's really true. I've seen a guy who can still make those big plays downfield and those big body catches where he just walls off a defender and catches the ball downfield.
Here we go. Green.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Malik Jackson is very steady and awfully productive.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Set. Green.
Again, Anderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Anderson against the Falcons, 41 yards on 11 carries. And, you total up the numbers. 84 carries this year, 3.5 per.
And what they're used to getting from C.J. Anderson is 3.5 yards per carry. That part, this is kind of normal, but they're also used to getting that big home run shot from him. All right, you remember against New England in 2015, he finished that game in the snow with a big jaunt. They need more of that, him being able to get to the third level into the secondary. Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Back to the ground, Anderson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Simeon. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Miles Jack in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now Simeon. Steps away to his left. Got him in. He finds Sanders. It'll be a gain of 11. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. in this amount of time. I think it was a two-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but again, have great confidence having scored the last time out.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it, and the defense did exactly that.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They come up in an offset eye. They do go for it. It's Bortles. And he finds Julius Thomas. The 30. A big play there on 4th and 1. 62 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
They'll try to run with Ivory. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Ground, Ivory, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Chris Ivory taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Derek Marks there to make the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He goes underneath for Anderson. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
In the backfield is Anderson. He'll look to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Let's go.
Simeon. And it is incomplete. Partner, let me make a pivot here for a second because I wanted to ask you about the NFC East. That's going to be a really interesting division as this season progresses, don't you think?
I do, and if we go back to the beginning of the season, let's go to the offseason. I think 9-7 was the record a lot of us targeted as maybe the division winner. That number may go up now. Look at the start. Dallas is off to a 4-1. Philadelphia 3-1. Washington at 3-2. And the Giants are still dangerous even though they're 2-3.
The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
The defense won that play so fast, and I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, Bortles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's got his big receiver Robinson for the Jacksonville touchdown. Allen Robinson, 39 yards.